Hi, it's Dwyer. GamblersAdvisory.com, dwyervip.com. Remember, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this video to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online. Today is June the 29th, 2017. Now, I have in front of me the Boxrec.com rankings for the Super Bantamweight division, right? Guillermo Rigondeaux, who is going around campaigning for fights against Vasyl Lomachenko. And I'll give Rigondeaux credit, even though I think it's a suicide run, right, for picking big names, right? He wants Vasyl Lomachenko at 130 pounds. He wants Jesse Magdaleno, who Boxrec.com ranks as the world's second best super bantamweight after Rigondeaux himself. Well, let me just say, I believe the place to make profits is between what the public thinks, right, what the public rankings are, and what's really going on in reality. There are 10 guys rated at super bantamweight higher by Boxrec.com than Rey Vargas, right? Remember that name, Rey Vargas. One of the guys ranked ahead of Rey Vargas by Boxrec right now is his next opponent, Ronnie Rios, who is ranked number 9. Now, for those of you who may not know, Rey Vargas is the WBC super bantamweight title holder. I'll just be blunt here. If Rey Vargas were to fight Guillermo Rigondeaux, I don't know who would win that fight. I don't. Vargas is dangerous. Vargas is a power puncher, right? He's a power puncher who is also a combination puncher, right? What I want you to do is to think of when I'm not coughing here, think of a young Shane Mosley before his volume dropped, right? Vargas is unbeaten. He's 29-0 with 22 knockouts, right? He's a guy who is not just a combination puncher. And understand, combination punchers are risk takers. They dive in the pocket. They'll leave themselves open because they're using their hands to throw punches, right? This guy throws excellent hooks. This guy is a master at throwing body punches in the middle of a combination. This guy also throws uppercuts. Simply put, he's an offensive juggernaut. Now, I know Jesse Magdaleno is unbeaten. I'm scratching my head trying to figure out why Rey Vargas isn't rated above him. Vargas, of course, is unbeaten himself, right? Even though Ronnie Rios is ranked higher than him, I'm going to take my chances. I like Rey Vargas over Ronnie Rios, right? Ronnie Rios, great to the body, great on his front foot, probably has better defense than Vargas, but simply put, doesn't have Vargas's creativity, doesn't have Vargas's power. Rios is more of a pot shotter. Vargas is a combination puncher, right? There's a huge difference. And Vargas is not trying to get by on volume. He's actually trying to get by on power. It's just that his vision of the sport has him doling out several hard punches around, right? So, remember the name. His trainer is Nacho Beristain. I'm just telling you, it's a bit astonishing seeing fighters like Nonito Donaire, older fighters, right? Donaire's 34, ranked ahead of this 26-year-old, right? I would take Rey Vargas over Nonito Donaire in a heartbeat. I know many of you are hearing big names like Donaire. They're saying, come on, who's this Vargas guy? But boxing's a young man's game. Past accomplishments are nice, right? Recognizing what a fighter did in the past is great. But Donaire wouldn't know what to do with Vargas's power, right? He just simply wouldn't, right? And Vargas is the kind of guy who gives you nowhere to run because he's a master at cutting off the ring. Now at times, Vargas is a bit overextended. You'll notice in highlights that Vargas sometimes is reduced to just leaning back to try to avoid shots. And he's not exactly Vitaly Klitschko in terms of leaning back and working length to avoid shots. So he's going to get hit from time to time, right? But understand the devil's bargain you make when you try to hit him. You have to get through a tsunami of his offensive game, right? And because he's 26, not 36 like Rigondeaux, his stamina is at a high level from start to finish, right? View him as a more polished, younger version of Antonio Margarito, right? He's throwing heavy volume, but he's adaptive reactive. He's not just throwing the volume regardless of what you're doing. He's actually looking for and creating openings, right? He'll hit you in the ribs. When you move your arm down, he'll then hit you up top. If you try to crowd him, he'll mix an uppercut into the combination. He's balanced. He's two-handed. Folks, he's dangerous. I like Rey Vargas over Ronnie Rios, who's more highly rated on Boxrec.com, right? Rios, what I like with him, what makes this fight intriguing, is that Rios has excellent body movement, right? Against a guy like Vargas, who's going to come after your body. Rios will have his body on a swivel, will have his arms in front of his body, will know how to cover up, right? What I think is going to happen, though, is sooner or later, Vargas, who's a switch, he can counterpunch you, he can also lead. Vargas is going to wear down Rios. Vargas will encourage an exchange of shots. Vargas isn't afraid to turn a match into a gunfight. He knows he has the bigger bullets. And as they throw the bullets, I'm expecting Rios' defense to fall apart. Understand, Rios himself is 28-1. Right? This fight is one of the best fights the sport of boxing can give you. I'm expecting a shootout. I'm expecting Rios' guard to drop. I'm expecting Rios to have a hard time here. I like the champ, Rey Vargas, the WBC Super Bantamweight title holder, to successfully defend his title. Right? I'm not even sure if I have a hedge right now. Right now I'm leaning to a hedge of the over in the fight, simply because I can't see Rios stopping Rey Vargas. I just don't believe Rios hits hard enough. Anyway, that's how I see it. Let me hear from you. I hope you leave your comments in the comment section to this video. Thanks for stopping by.